Welcome to The Excellent Way, a podcast where we have conversations about reframing the way you train, the way you eat, the way you sleep, and the way you think so that you can build the health you've always wanted so that you can live excellent. What is up, guys? Welcome back to The Excellent Way, and tomorrow is the official launch of the 2026 CrossFit Open, and I could not be more excited. And what I want to do today is I want to go through my top 4 reasons why I love the CrossFit Open. Why is it so amazing? And why do I love it so much? And here's the thing. I came at it from the perspective of I'm going to come at it from the 4 places where my mind goes when I'm thinking about the Open. Okay? So the first one is an athlete. Second is as a programmer. Third is as a coach. And fourth, as an affiliate owner. One reason from each of those categories why I love the CrossFit Open. So if you've never done the Open, or you've never done the Open with us, there's a lot here, and there's going to be some cool things that we're going to talk about. If you've never done the CrossFit Games Open, this is a great opportunity to give it a shot, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video, how you could participate as well. So without further ado, let's just jump in right away. And I've got my handy dandy notes with me because I sat down and I thought about this. This is important to me, and I wanted to share it with you. So reason number 1, as an athlete, first and foremost, the CrossFit Games Open it's a yearly check-in as an athlete with your fitness. It's a yearly fitness check-in. Are you getting fitter? Are you holding on to your fitness? And the first thing it does is it's a reminder of whether or not you actually did the work on your weaknesses. Now, I'll give you guys an example. One of the things that I traditionally struggle with in the world of CrossFit is a movement called toes to bar. It's something that's difficult for me. And so every year it's a great check-in because it's in the Open almost every year. And so my check-in with myself is, am I getting a little bit better? Not did I get a lot better, because getting a lot better over the course of a year is actually harder than you think. But did I get a little better? Did I get marginally better? Okay, if I did, check, it's a win. Okay, but it's an opportunity to go, okay, last year I really struggled with this, and now I'm a little better at it. Or I struggled the same amount this year, or I didn't work out at all, and I actually got a little worse. Did you get better or not? It's a huge part of the yearly fitness check-in that is the CrossFit Games Open, which is one of the reasons why I encourage people not only to do it, but to sign up for it. When you go to the website, when you go to games.crossfit.com and actually sign up for the Open, the best part about it is that it keeps track of your scores year over year. So you can always go back and see, oh yeah, what was that workout again? Oh yeah, this is how I did in it. Okay, we repeated it maybe this year, or maybe we repeated it in training over the course of the year. Did I get better? It's a great opportunity to do that. Also, it's a check-in with the idea of, so in CrossFit, we have this thing called the sickness, wellness, fitness continuum, right? You're either sick, you're well, or you're fit. Is your hedge against sickness still there? Is it still there? Is it getting better? Did you fall back a little bit in that continuum? What does that actually look like? And the way you can gauge whether or not you got better is it's actually really what this is as an athlete is it's a check-in with your habits over the last year. Did your habits align with taking care of your fitness? Did your nutrition habits align with that? Did your sleep habits align with that? Did your training habits align with that? Did your rest and recovery days align with that? To keep you fit year over year, especially as I'm 44 years old now, guys. It doesn't look the same as when I was 30 when I started. So this is a great opportunity to check in with myself and say, did my fitness get better? Did I hold on to my hedge? Did I work on my weaknesses? And did my habits over this last year reflect my goals? It's a great check-in as an athlete. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, as a programmer, as somebody who writes workouts, I write workouts for people remotely. I write workouts for our clients here in the gym. As a programmer, what the games is meant to be, the CrossFit Games, and starting with the CrossFit Open, is it's proof that the CrossFit method does what it says it would do. The idea behind CrossFit is not to be really good at exercising. The idea behind CrossFit is to be prepared for the unknown and the unknowable. Do you have a broad and usable source of fitness? I know a lot of guys and girls that are very, very strong, but they have absolutely no endurance and they have very little speed to speak of. If I ask them to run more than 100 meters, they might throw up, right? We also all know all those folks that they're just good at running, right? They're distance runners, but if I ask them to maybe deadlift their body weight, many of them can't do it. And so it's a great opportunity to prove the CrossFit methodology actually does what it says it does, which is prepare you for anything and everything. And they do that with something called, we call it the hopper model. Could we put a bunch of stuff into a hopper and pull something out randomly? Could you perform relatively well at that thing, no matter what it is? The Open is a great test of that. Now, it's not actually completely unknown because most of the movements we're going to do in CrossFit are pretty accessible because the Open is the first stage to the CrossFit Games, and it's meant to be a little more community driven. It's just the first stop along the way for those elite of the elite, right? But those guys and those girls that are going to the CrossFit Games, they're the tip of the spear. They're the actual hard proof that the human body is capable of way more than we think it is. For us, for the rest of us that, we're moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and business owners and accountants and mechanics and doctors and lawyers and teachers and all of that, right? Those of us that are just living normal lives and using CrossFit to stay fit and stay healthy, this is proof that what we're doing is working. And it's really cool as a programmer to actually see that pan out, not just in my gym, but across the CrossFit community. And those handful of folks that perceive themselves as very fit, they jump into the CrossFit Open and give it a test and find out, man, I've got some really big holes here that I need to fill to be actually fit. So it's a great check-in with that, right? So number one is as an athlete, number two, as a programmer, and here's where you get into my two favorite. So number three is as a coach. As a coach, I get to step back and watch the athletes in my gyms create this sense of self-belief that they didn't think was possible, especially if the Open is new to them. They get the opportunity to take on challenges that they wouldn't normally take on in class because we try to create a competitive type of atmosphere for the Open and expose you to that. It also is a unbelievably powerful motivator for what we call first evers. Did you get your first ever pull-up? Did you get your first ever handstand? Did you get your first ever muscle up? Did you get your first ever double under? Did you PR, get a personal record on any number of lifts that have happened in the CrossFit Open? For many, many people, the CrossFit Open becomes this flag in the ground of, okay, I did it once. That's proof of concept that I can do this and that I can continue getting better at that thing. The number of first evers that have happened in our gym over the last 14 years of doing the Open is unbelievable to me. And I actually start getting emotional thinking about all the first evers that have happened in our gym. And it's always, always, always an incredible moment, the amount of cheers that happen. And it's also it's proof that you can do harder things than you think you can. So now going into the rest of the year, when you're in your normal workouts, instead of just thinking, well, I can't really do that. Now you've got proof of concept. You know you can. So now you can start building confidence in that thing. And as a coach, I cannot express to you, as much as we love, coaches, we take a certain amount of pleasure in watching you sweat and watching you suffer through the workout. I mean, as a coach, you kind of have to have that. But really what it is we love seeing you prove to yourself that you can do it. We love watching you prove to yourself that you are who you say you are. And the reason that's true is because you're actually doing what you said you would do. And in the open, that becomes amplified to levels that you never thought were possible because of the atmosphere that the open creates. And that's where it gets into my last one. As an owner, as a CrossFit affiliate owner, my absolute favorite thing in the entire world when it comes to CrossFit and the CrossFit Open is the community that happens during the Open. Now, I can't speak to how every gym runs their open season. The CrossFit Open season runs for 3 weeks. But at our gyms, for 3 Fridays in a row, the 3 Fridays for the Open, we cancel our normal class schedule. We open up the gym in the afternoon so everybody has a chance to get off of work and all of those things. At least most people, right? Unless you've got one of those weird schedules. But for the most part, everybody can be off of work and ready and done with family stuff and kids' practices and things like that. We open up our gym, and then we do what we call Friday Night Lights. Now, Friday Night Lights for us is the opportunity to create a competitive-like environment where the whole crowd of the gym is cheering for just a handful of people going at a time. 6 to 10 people at a time are going in and tackling this workout. And the energy of that workout and the energy of the people around you cheering for you to keep pushing and keep going and keep doing that thing and try one more time, you're gonna get it this time. When you have a room full of people cheering for you, it does something to you. And as an owner, I get to stand back and watch that happen and watch people who only come at 5 a.m. or only come to our 6:30 p.m. class. They've never actually met each other. They've only seen each other on the leaderboard or the class list, but they've never actually met. And now, during Friday Night Lights, those two people meet and they're screaming for each other. Come on, you can do it. Get one more. You got one more chance. Go for it again. And now, after that workout is done, those two people become fast friends. And as an owner, watching people build those relationships because that person stood there next to me and cheered me on in what could have potentially been the hardest moment of my day, my week, my month, or sometimes even my year because I was in my head about it. But this person had my back the whole way. Guys, there's something powerful about that words can't describe. And we've seen over the 14 years in our gym, people who have become the closest of friends who have opposite schedules. They never really see each other unless they coordinate outside of the gym because they have to come at different times. And you've seen people like lift somebody up. And it's the best part about it is, guys, in the CrossFit world, it doesn't matter. There's so much, what do I want to say, like divide going on social media, and it feels like social media makes it feels like there's a divide in the world. There's not. There's really not. You've got some differing opinions about some things, but in reality, when you step into the CrossFit gym, what we care about is, do you respect yourself? Do you respect the effort? Do you respect each other? And will you cheer me on so I can do my best possible? And during the Open, that gets amplified. And then the atmosphere that we intentionally try to create so that people can do that with and for each other, man, it's incredible. Now, if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, the kind of positivity that you need in your life right now, my encouragement to you is find your local CrossFit gym and go talk to the owner, go talk to the coaches and say, hey, I kind of want to try the Open. Maybe I've never done this CrossFit thing before, but I kind of want to try it. This sounds like some positivity that I need in my life, and I want to give it a try. I want to challenge myself to do something new. I guarantee you, if you went to a CrossFit affiliate, they would get you in there and trying to do it. I know we do at our gym. You come to Friday Night Lights, you've got a little bit of fitness experience, and we've even had people coming straight off the couch. We will work with you through those workouts to get you something that will challenge you, and you get to experience people screaming and hollering for you to be successful. It's the most incredible, powerful, moving thing throughout the CrossFit community. It's one of the things that drew me to the idea of CrossFit is a group of people from unbelievably diverse backgrounds and schedules and things like that, all cheering for each other for one end goal, to make ourselves better and to make each other better. And so I'm challenging you, if that's something you need in your life, go and find a CrossFit gym. The CrossFit Games Open kicks off tomorrow, Thursday. That's when the workout is announced. We're going to do our first workout on Friday, February 27th. If you want to join us at one of our gyms, you can comment on this video or just show up to one of our gyms and we'll get you taken care of. All right, guys, that is it. Those are my 4 reasons why I love the CrossFit Open. It's incredible, it's awesome, and I could not be more excited for this time of year. We'll see you guys in the box. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Excellent Way. If you or a loved one need help building your excellent life, reach out to us at www.crossfitelm.com.